Hello and welcome to the list. And today we're going to be talking about the top 10 best movies of 2008. Okay, let's begin. Number 10 goes to The Incredible Hulk. Now, it wasn't the best Marvel movie I've seen, but it was better than the first Hulk, so it obviously deserves a spot on our countdown. It had a good story, a good plot, but I mean, compared to Iron Man, which unfortunately is not on this list because it's too great of a movie to even put on a list, unfortunately, it was a good movie. Alright, moving on. Number 9 goes to Twilight. Okay, let me just say, Twilight was so overrated by everybody going to see it, but when I finally decided to sit down and watch the movie, it was actually not that bad. I mean, it was good acting, it was a good story, and it was a good romance. Vampires, but compared to being the best vampire movie, no, I don't think so. The best vampire movie is still Interview with the Vampire, but this one comes pretty close. Alright, number 8 belongs to Madagascar 2. Okay, this is one of the best sequels that have come out, like, in so many years. I mean, I loved it better than Shrek 2. That's how much I like this movie. It was funny, and I'm just a huge Madagascar fan. And I mean, if you saw the first one, you definitely would love the second one. And of course, it's not the best movie of '08, but it outbeat Twilight. Okay, moving on. Number 7. Yes Man. Okay, why Yes Man is such a good movie? Because Jim Carrey's being funny. Something he's good at. Something he hasn't done in a very long time. And I think Zooey Deschanel's pretty hot. So yeah, that's why it deserves number 7 on our list. Number 6 goes to the sexy older ladies of Sex and the City. Now, I saw the movie and I cracked up laughing. I've never watched the show, and you really don't have to enjoy this movie. It was actually quite funny, and it's a good movie for anybody. So that's why it deserves a spot on our list. Number 5 goes to the Steve Carell and Anne Hathaway comedy Get Smart. Now, when I first saw it, I was kind of, like, what is this movie? I had no idea what it was about, except it was a spy movie. Compared to Quantum of Solace that came out, this is obviously one of the better spy movies I've seen. It was a comedy and an action movie. You can't really beat that. So it was a great movie, and besides, Steve Carell cracks me up. And I love Anne Hathaway. Alright, moving on to number 4. The most underrated movie of 2008 that should have deserved a wide release but didn't goes to Repo the Genetic Opera. It happens to be one of my favorite operas I've ever seen. Again, it could have been better, but I mean, with the little money they had, it was amazing. And I'm glad I got to see it in theaters and not have to wait for it to arrive on DVD. So if you've seen the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. If you haven't, get your asses off your couch or chair, whatever you're doing. Get away from the computer. Go watch the movie and see for yourself. That's why it deserves number 4 on our list. Number 3 goes to the most talked about movie of '08. Well, one of the most. Cloverfield. Okay, when the trailer showed on Transformers in '07, everybody went apeshit. I mean, people were like, what's this movie about? I was hearing like it's like Transformers. People were being stupid. But it deserved a lot of attention for it. And then when I finally saw the movie, it didn't, make me mad because I was happy. It was amazing. It was something that hasn't been done really before. I mean, people are like, oh, it's like the Blair Witch Project. No, the Blair Witch Project sucked. I don't care. It sucked. This was actually quite interesting. It had a good story, and the special effects were amazing, and I actually enjoyed it. I know everybody doesn't like the whole camera thing. I kind of didn't, but for this kind of movie, it worked. So, what can you say? It's number 3. Number 2 belongs to WALL-E, Disney and Pixar. did an amazing job on this movie. The fact that Wally doesn't really speak and makes robot sounds was quite interesting, and this happens to be one of my favorite Pixar films, aside from Finding Nemo and The Incredibles. I like those two the most, but this one was actually pretty interesting. I love space and I love the future, and this was just an amazing movie. And I love Wally. He was so cute. It was a cute movie. Don't judge me. It deserves number 2. And finally, number 1. You guys are going to guess what this is, but of course it's going to The Dark Knight. It happens to be one of the best superhero films I've ever seen. Now a lot of people, are like over it, but I think The Dark Knight was awesome, and I don't care what people say. I mean, Christian Bale, yeah, his voice was darker, deeper, whatever the hell it was. It was still a good movie, and I didn't see it just because of Heath Ledger, and I know that's what a lot of people went to go see. I went to go see it because I loved Batman Begins, After Batman and Robin ruined the series, I had to go see this one, and I loved The Dark Knight. It was a good movie. I think it was a little bit overrated by people saying it's the best movie they've ever seen. Well, it's not the best movie I've ever seen because, I have Till I Die, but so far I think it's the best movie of 2008, and it was just a good movie, and Heath Ledger did a good job, Christian Bale did a good job, and overall, it's the best movie of 2008. It had action, it had a story, and it was something during the summer that people like me could watch and enjoy. So that's why it deserves the number 1 top spot on the top 10 best of '08. Alright, so there you have it, the top 10 movies of '08, and I hope you catch my next list, which is the top 10 worst movies of 2008. And feel free to leave comments, and if you think I forgot a movie to add on, go ahead, add it on, like Iron Man, Tropic Thunder, Pineapple Express. I just don't have a big list, so feel free to add some. Thank you, and don't forget to leave comments, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.